CP the Tool Addict. Woo! How you doing, friends? Man, I'm telling you what, I'm loving this weather. I don't like fall. I'm going to hate to see the green leave the trees. But it's like 90 degrees every freaking day. I mean, summer doesn't want to end. It's hanging on. It's just hanging on. So, once again, appreciate everybody coming back. As always, make sure you subscribe, like to this video. Definitely appreciate that. It's definitely, always, as I say, you know, it helps me out. And, I really appreciate it. But today, we got a pretty big tool haul, kind of an odd one, but we're going to tell you the story about this. And I think this is why I like this. I like to say this stuff is because, well, you know, you can't make it up. That's all there is to it. So, let's start off with, we're just going to do one thing. We're going to do the one thing and talk about it because it's a lot to talk about. And I'm going to give you guys, I want to hear you guys' thoughts about it. I'm curious to see what you guys think. But we got a MAYHEW tool haul. Obviously, you've probably seen that in the title by now. I don't even know why I try to act like you guys don't know and I'm keeping a secret from you. But we're going to go check that out. We're going to talk about it. I'm going to slip in a video. I'm going to dice this up a little bit. Add in a little montage. You guys love montages, don't you? First one I've ever really did, I guess. It's a montage of me putting this set together. And that's the MAYHEW 57-piece chisel and punch set. Which, when I got it, it was more like a 37-piece set. So, yeah, it's short. 15, 18, whatever. It doesn't matter. It doesn't have all the pieces. Well, we're going to show it anyways because I'm sick of waiting for the other stuff to come in. I've had this for like a month, and I want to talk about it. I showed some people on live stream talk about it, so I figure it's time to share it with the rest of my audience. So, without ado, let's do a montage, and let's then talk about the, yeah, let's talk about it. All right, here you go. Guys, so hopefully you enjoyed the montage of me putting this together. As you can see, this is the master MAYHEW 57-piece punch and chisel set. It is missing all the cape chisels, one starter punch, and then two lineup punches right here, which is not a big deal. And you will notice that some of these look a little bit discoloration. Well, these two, this one, and this one were not in the set. These are not the exact same ones as what's in the set. They are a little bit longer by an inch, and I already had these MAC ones, so I decided to opt out of getting it. Now I'm going to tell you the story about what happened with this. So, and my good friend Carrick, if you guys don't know who he is, he's a good friend of mine, and he's on YouTube all the time, and we have him on live streams, and he's a great guy. He always gives me crap. He always says things that people are like, man, is that guy serious? And he does that just to mess with you guys, mainly. But also to mess with me. And I love him for it. I'm not upset, but he got this set of punches and chisels, and I have to give him credit because otherwise he'll get very upset. But anyways, nonetheless, and we're going to do a part 2 to this, so don't you worry. This isn't going to end here. As soon as I get the rest of the set, we're going to talk about this again. So why did I get this set? Okay, or let's start off with, after Bateric got it, he ordered it off Walmart.com. I went to look for it. The price jumped there, so I found it at another place. This place was called American Mechanic. Now, so when I ordered this from American Mechanic, this was $290 for this set. Now, I will put a link for the cheapest place that I have found for this set, because I definitely think that this set is better than Snap-on's. And why? Because the price and it's USA made. You really don't have much to go on there. I don't think that Snap-on can compete price-wise. But honestly, this is the same exact set you'll find on your Mac and Matco truck, probably your Cornwell too. These punches and chisels, if you were to price this out on your Mac and Matco Cornwell Matco truck, you would find that you would probably be looking at $1,500. But I bought this set for $290, and the complete set, I think, probably the best price I can find is going to be right around $350 right now. So I would definitely swoop these up while you can. Maybe they're new old stock, but they're pretty much relevant. You've got your chisels, your brass punches right here. These are definitely a big deal. Your pin punches, the roll pin punches over here. And I got to tell you, you probably didn't get to see it in my video, but really liking these roll pin punches. Don't do a lot of stuff with roll pin punches. Somebody asked me a good question on the live stream the other night too, and they asked me what was the difference between a roll pin punch, and that's pretty simple. I don't have a roll pin here, but if you look at a flat, solid pin, it does not have a hole in it. A roll pin is basically a rolled piece of spring steel, and it basically you can see through the center, and that's what these do, is they go in the center of that and line up, and that's why you have different sizes. A lot of farm equipment has them, shear pins on boat motors, so on and so forth, and then roll pins are in a lot of other things. And I have a set of protected ones actually that I bought. So I was planning on building this set. When I saw this come along for that kind of price, this is like, I'm going to go ahead and spend the money. The Tekton ones were only like $40 when I bought them. I do have some bigger cold chisels in there. I think they're actually one chisel that's coming with this that I ordered. I got 6, 7, 8, 9. I have 10 pieces coming, so one of these is getting replaced because it's a longer one. Now, what did I replace this with? Or what pieces did I replace these with? These are Mac chisels, and I got to tell you, the steel is, you can definitely tell the quality and steel differences over the years. And these, obviously I've used these ones quite a bit. I've had them for a long time. You can see where the black oxide finish is basically all faded off my Mac ones because of using them. But I don't remember which color that is. But I had these these are lineup punches is what these are. And they're great for when you're putting in stuff. I hear people talk about putting in stuff and using lineup pry bars and ladies' foot. These are also made for the same thing, to line up a hole and put them in. And that's why that's what I've always used these for. I never really had a set of ladies' foot, I'll be honest with you. I think I have one single lineup pry bar, but I have I bought these set of punches because these were a lot cheaper than buying a set of ladies' foot. And quite frankly, they do the job good. Plus, they're a little bit smaller, and I use them for other things. But anyways, motor, a lot of engines and whatnot, put them in. The chisels are definitely top notch. There's nothing wrong with the chisels. They are definitely have good points on them, good USA made stuff. But I think I just feeling these, it feels like there is a big difference from what used to be. And you can see I've chewed this one a little bit. A lot of times, there's sometimes vice grips go on these to hold them. I'm not gonna lie to you. I need to get a punch and chisel holder, but I almost can tell a difference in steel now from then. I mean, just holding it in my hand now, it's hard because this is black oxide finish, and you're not really seeing as much raw steel. But man, to me, it just feels like feels a more I don't know, feels a little bit more coarser, grittier. I don't know. Not a metaler, just kind of how I feel. Feel like we're definitely getting the shaft. This is an SK punch, starter punch, so that's why I didn't opt out. I had a few SK punches laying around. But this is a starter punch. People always ask me, what's the difference between a starter and just a regular punch? Well, there you go. This is a regular punch, something that you would want to maybe indent something on, or maybe pound in. Like, these are the ones you want to use on clips, like CB clips or something like that, where you're trying to knock them in. and retain stuff. Whereas these are basically starter punches, so you want to put that hole, and they have that little end on them. Now I have 2 of them. There's going to be one of those coming that's missing, maybe 3. I can't remember. There might be 3. I got a whole set of them. There's 5 new ones coming, but that's the difference between those chisels, that, and then you have the shorter. What's the difference between the long and these? Well, so this is a 201 and a 202. Not a great big difference between these right here. Just a little bit of length. And you'll see, notice here on these punches how much longer they are, and these are just shorter ones. Just because you don't need that distance, and these are, they have a bigger tendency to break off, so you use the, now I gotta look at the number here because I got them mixed up. 202 goes over here. The other thing I want to talk about is, the nice thing is that it's labeled. You can look at your part number on your chisel, and if you probably noticed in the montage, see the part number? Nicely labeled. This is a foam underneath here. See if I can spin it around for you so you can see. It's quite heavy. There's a foam in here, pretty dense foam, and they've all been pre-drilled out. It's very heavy duty. Same display that's on your tool truck. And obviously if it rides around on a tool truck all day, you know, it's definitely going to make a big difference there. Some people will probably say, well, CP, why would you buy that? It's not going to fit anywhere, blah, blah, blah. It's, you know, honestly, if you laid down a few of them in between here, if you have a deep tool cart like the Maximizer, honestly, I think if you laid a few of these down in between, and so on, I think you could get the lid shut and still have this serviceable set. Granted, it's not the most ideal thing, but it still would work. So, and quite frankly, for the price, it's a moot point to me. Let's see here, 1/4 inch. There's that one right there. And besides that, like I said, the price. The price is absolutely, it's amazing. So, there it is. The Mayhew Punch and Chisel, 57-piece Master Punch and Chisel set. Well worth the money. If you are in the market for punch and chisels, this is definitely the way to go. Nice set. Granted, you're getting a ratchet drawer in there. Pay no mind to my ratchet drawer. I just set it here because this was the widest spot. I should measure it for you real quick too. I guess you probably want to know that. Just for all intents and purposes, this is 16 inches wide. So that way maybe some of you want to. 16 inches wide, 9 inches deep, and it stands roughly 3.5 inches tall in the back. Is that right? Yeah, no, about 3 inches tall in the back. About 3 inches tall in the back. Trying to take the shot. And about 1.75 inches in the front. Right up there, but great set. When the others come in, we'll go back over this, show you the whole thing, and talk about it, and show you the Cape chisels. That's really what I wanted this set. Those are the ones that are missing. The diamond point chisels and the Cape chisels. So, that's the video for you, folks. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you liked and subscribed. If you got any questions, sprinkle them down there in that comment section, because we always love to hear them. Appreciate you guys as always. Remember to like, comment, share, subscribe. Ring that bell. Remember, keep your hands dirty and your money clean. Thanks for watching.